If you can't get more people to buy your online course or your digital product without having this massive launch or dumping more money into Facebook ads, this video is for you. I know what it feels like to wait and wait and wait to get sales of your online course, or start to realize, crap, I need to do another launch, because those are so much work and can be incredibly stressful. And while there is a time and a place, so to speak, for live launching, you also want to have consistent sales coming in every single month, so you're not living in this feast and famine mode of sales from your online courses to basically crickets. And YouTube can help you achieve that if your YouTube content strategy is done right. Now, it may look like over the past few months, my YouTube channel has plateaued, or it only gets a few hundred views per video. And for most people, they would think, not working out, not successful, not growing. But I did something pretty major at the beginning of this year, and I started a new YouTube content strategy to get the algorithm to adjust who it's putting my videos in front of, because I needed the algorithm to adjust my target audience. I realized that the audience that I had been building wasn't the best. It's a great audience, but the direction I'm taking my business currently and the goals I have in my business, I just needed to readjust basically where I'm categorized on YouTube. And so over the last 5 months now, I've been creating content to get the algorithm to recategorize me. Now, while I may be getting less views than normal, and I may be growing slower at the subscriber growth than normal, traffic to my offers is at an all-time high, and we've seen the most evergreen sales that we've ever seen in my business. And we've only had one launch so far this year. Basically, my new YouTube content strategy is driving more of the right people to my channel, the people that are ready to buy from me and work with me. In fact, I know people who are on YouTube right now, they're getting thousands of views per video, and yet they're not seeing that consistent sales or making multi-six figures in their business. When you get more worried about views on your video and trying to go viral and become basically a YouTuber, you eliminate the opportunity to create audience for that specific person, that when they find you and when YouTube does the work to put your videos in front of them, they are pulling their credit card out to buy your online course or work with you. And your audience doesn't need to be big on YouTube to make multiple six figures from just a few hundred views per video. So what's the best YouTube content strategy to start selling more of your online course here on YouTube? It's actually a 3-phase process that I'm gonna walk you through right now. Now, on this YouTube channel, I help online business owners create a sustainable organic marketing strategy that will drive consistent traffic, which will lead to building and scaling a profitable business and avoid the dreaded burnout that so many entrepreneurs experience in this world. If this is something you want to take really serious in scaling your business with an organic marketing strategy, there's a link below this video in the description box to an application to apply to work with me. And we can get on a call to see how we can best support you in making this possible. Seriously, I personally read every single application that comes through because we are very selective in who we work with, because we only ever work with 100 clients at one time. This is so that I can give personal one-on-one feedback to my clients to help them build and scale their business to consistent 10K months and beyond. So if this is something that you really want right now, go fill out that application, put as much information as possible in it to make sure we have all the information that we need to ensure you're gonna be a good fit. Now let's jump into phase 1. This first phase is really knowing your audience. Now, I've talked about this in the last couple of videos that I've published here on my channel, but I really need to dive into this, and you need to hear this loud and clear. You need to ensure you're creating the content that your target audience, your ideal customer, your avatar, whatever you want to call it, is searching for on YouTube. Your goal in using YouTube to get more traffic to your online course and to ultimately make more sales in your online course business is to not go viral, because these aren't the people that that are wanting to buy from you. You want to get your videos in the people that this course was created for. That's why you won't need hundreds of thousands of views to make hundreds and thousands of dollars in your business. You just need a few hundred of the right people. When you're intentional on the content that you create for your YouTube channel, that audience will find those videos. And what the YouTube algorithm will assist you with is once they understand the type of people that are watching these videos, they're going to find more of those people on YouTube. So this is why you need to be very clear on who you are speaking to and make sure you're not casting this like wide net of every single person possible, because then YouTube can't really send the right people to your channel that is going to want to buy your online course. And I promise if you are specific with who you're talking to, it's not going to hurt your channel or your business. Let me walk you through a few examples. My business last year just made short of $700,000 in revenue using basically YouTube as my primary traffic source. It is the only platform that I consistently showed up on and put time and effort into. And I only have around 50,000 subscribers. I'm sure you would be happy with around $700,000 in revenue with a smaller classified YouTube channel of 50,000 subscribers or less. Don't just take my experience as the only one or the outlier here. For example, my client Mallory, who is a teen therapist, when she got on YouTube, it took her a few months, but within a few months, her practice was booked solid. And she can contribute the increase in clients reaching out and booking her were coming from her YouTube channel. And at the time, she just had a few hundred subscribers. Now, that was a few years ago. She still remains constantly booked with clients because of the content she creates on YouTube that attracts the perfect people for her practice. And again, her channel is nothing huge. It's around a couple thousand subscribers, but it's a couple thousand subscribers that's really dialed in specifically on who she can help most. And again, it keeps her booked every single month. Or another client of mine, Jane, who with just around 1,000 subscribers and only being on YouTube for a little while, has been able to contribute over $10,000 in revenue directly from the audience that she has built on her YouTube channel. Like I said, she doesn't have a massive channel. She has around 1,000 subscribers, but it has created over $10,000 in revenue in her business to this day. But it's important to understand at this point what I am saying when I talk about narrowing in or niching into your audience. Let's walk through an example of what this may look like. Let's say you have an offer where it's a done-for-you sales funnel setup, right? Like all the stuff, landing pages, checkout pages, all of that. You want to think about your audience now, your target audience for this offer. What's going to run through their head when they realize you have a done-for-you sales funnel offer? I would think the initial questions that would start to pop up are, what software are you using? Because I already have a certain software and I don't want to move all my stuff to another software just to work with you. What kind of offer are you creating this sales funnel for? Because these sales funnels are going to be different depending on, is this a high ticket offer? Is this a digital shop offer? Is this a low ticket offer? Is this a course offer, right? So your potential customer is going to start to have these questions in their mind when they find you. They're also going to wonder who has these done for you sales funnels worked for in the past, because again, I may be a coach, I may be an online course creator, I may be a creator, I may be a consultant, I may be a one-on-one agency, right? And every single one of these people have different needs when it comes to a sales funnel and have different pain points when it comes to a sales funnel as well. And so when you're just talking about a general sales funnel, what you think you might be doing is attracting anybody that needs one, but you're actually repelling a lot, most of these people, because you're not speaking specifically to them and making them realize this is what's going to work for me. This is what I've been looking for. Where's my wallet? I am buying this offer right now. I know when you're just trying to get to 6 figures in your business, you want to take on every possible client and any possible job that comes your way. But this isn't going to be good for your potential clients. And in the long run, it's not going to be good for you either. So let's revamp this offer a little bit, okay? It was a done-for-you sales funnel strategy, right? Let's narrow it down for what specific software. I'm on FG Funnels. I'm going to use that as an example. And I'm going to say what type of funnel this is for. Let's say it's a lead magnet funnel, all right? So now your done-for-you sales funnel offer becomes a done-for-you funnel gorgeous optimized lead magnet funnel. You're going to start to attract the people that need to get a lead magnet out, that realize that their lead magnet isn't optimized. You're going to attract the people that are on Funnel Gorgeous and they want to just hire somebody to create the funnels for them. You're going to start to become a magnet to people. Okay, you're not going to be repelling them because you're not talking specifically. They're going to start coming to you. You're not going to be offering to move them to FG Funnels because in your offer, you're telling them this is an FG funnel optimized lead magnet funnel, okay? Because if somebody comes to you on a different software and they want to get moved over there, that's a lot more work. And that is really breaching scope of what you're offering here. You're offering a done for you optimized FG funnel lead magnet, okay? So that is why we need to get specific because this is where you can really start to drop in profitability. Your time starts to get up by these customized projects, like moving people from one software to another. And you need to clarify this is for people that already have a lead magnet. Because again, in this offer, you're not creating the lead magnet for them. That is not going to help you. That is not going to help them. You want to take somebody who is on FGF. You want to take somebody who has a lead magnet and wants a pretty optimized funnel. These are the people that will also better understand what to expect from you, will better understand the value that you are providing. And they are the people that probably won't nickel and dime you in the end because they understand what it is that you are doing. They'll understand the value of all the pieces of this funnel that you're going to list out, like your lead magnet opt-in page, tripwire setup page, adding a bump offer, adding an OTO sales page, all the delivery and automation setup on the back end. They can clearly see the value that you are going to provide. So they're also not going to kick back on the price because they understand FGF, they understand a lead magnet funnel, and so they're going to see how valuable your offer is for the price you're providing it. This is the perfect client for you. And they're going to say, done, sold, sign me up. When can I get on your calendar? The offer ends up selling for itself because you got very specific in what you're doing. I'm going to tell you, I did this exercise with one of my clients inside a 10K on replay, and she had her first 10K month in revenue when she went through this process. She tweaked her offers to a very specific audience. So when she offered it to them, done, sold, they knew that's exactly what they needed instead of this general, well, I'll help you set up a sales funnel. Okay, well, what does that mean? What value am I going to get? Where do I need to be in my business, right? When you're clear, you can sell. So you need to take a beat before you start creating any content here on YouTube to create a YouTube content strategy and really understand your audience, because it becomes this never-ending cycle. When you can create the right content that they want to see, that they are looking for on YouTube, and then ultimately watching, then YouTube can find more of those people on YouTube. And then it becomes a cycle, right? Then they watch more of your content, YouTube learns more about these people, and YouTube finds more of these people, right? That's how you're going to grow a YouTube channel that is built to sell your online course, not built to be YouTube famous, not built to have the most subscribers in the world, but built to generate you multiple six figures in your online course business. All right, so you now might be thinking, cool, Trena, I know who my audience is. I'm pretty good with that. But how do I figure out what videos to create here on YouTube? Well, now we're moving into phase 2, and it's coming up with the best content ideas that your audience is looking for. And I have 3 different tactics on how you can approach this, or how you can start researching the best content ideas for your YouTube channel. The first thing that you can do is frequently asked questions. What are the questions that you get asked most about your offer or about your online course? What are the questions about your niche that are being asked all the time in Facebook or maybe on podcasts? start with those videos first. You really don't need this massive, intense strategy to get started. If you are answering questions that your audience has and that your course also dives deeper into and provides more detail like templates or swipe copy, then you're going to attract the right people that are going to want to figure out how they can buy your online course, okay? So the very first thing that you can do is just sit down and list out 10 commonly asked questions that you get or you see being asked in Facebook groups around the topic that your course is on. Now, if you're already stuck here, here's another way that you can do this is you can go onto YouTube. Go and type in your online course topic and see what channels are talking about this topic. All right. These are channels that I like to call our niche neighbors. I don't want to call them competitors because we all have different styles of teaching, different vibes. We attract a different audience. And there's plenty of people out there for everybody to have a multi-six-figure business. So these are our niche neighbors. And what you're going to do when you're looking at your niche neighbors videos is you want to see which videos are the most popular. What are those videos about? What topics? What questions are they answering in these videos? You don't need to watch these videos so that you start to maybe subconsciously, unconsciously plagiarize their content, but you just want to get the topic idea and put your spin on that topic, okay? So that's a really easy way to do that is just find people on YouTube that are talking to your target audience, maybe talking about the same niche as your online course, and see which topics are people most interested in by looking at their most popular videos. Which leads me to the second way to come up with YouTube video ideas, and that's just to literally go to YouTube. Now, when you go to the YouTube search bar, you can start to type a topic, and what populates is what's actually being searched on YouTube. So as you start to type in a topic, you can get ideas, or you can start to type in a topic and add an A on the end and a whole new list of ideas, or then add a B on the end, a whole new list of ideas. C. You could go through the entire alphabet here and have an endless amount of video ideas with the confidence that this is a topic being searched on YouTube. And if this is what your audience is asking, you know your audience will be looking for it because you know this is what's being searched on YouTube. Seriously, I challenge you to pause this video right now. Don't leave it, but go to the search bar and see if you can come up with 5 video ideas. Let me know in the comments, did you come up with 5 video ideas just by using the search bar? Bonus points if you share how many ideas you came up with just using the search bar. All right, now this third way to come up with content ideas for your YouTube strategy is with a paid for tool called VidIQ. And I know you've heard me talk about TubeBuddy and VidIQ. Which one do I need? Honestly, they do a lot of the same things. What I'm really enjoying right now with VidIQ is the interface and how I consume basically the data on VidIQ. It's just a little bit clearer for me. So let me show you how I use VidIQ to come up with content ideas. All right, logging into VidIQ, this is basically what you're going to in your dashboard. Now, there are a lot of things that you could use VidIQ for. Coming up with AI title recommendations is one of my new favorite ones, but we can come down here to keyword opportunities. So again, let's go back to that sales funnel, that lead magnet sales funnel idea. So we can just easily type in here, sales funnels, enter. And what we can do is 2 things here. See how often this is searched per month. So you're going to see right here, 8,400 times a month, this particular topic or this specific phrase is searched per month. And something that I take with a grain of salt, though, is the competition. So it's actually telling me it has a very low competition, not something that I take into consideration really when I'm determining what I'm going to create for a video. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. You see these different options up here. You can click on related keywords, and this is going to give you even more ideas. So you could do how to create a sales funnel. You see that is searched over 2,200 times. You could continue to scroll down here, sales funnel software. Searched 1,300 times a month. What is a sales funnel? Let's find one that has a little bit higher of a number. How to generate leads. This is a really good option too, because people who are searching sales funnel
are also searching how to generate leads. So again, this is a lot of video ideas to look through. Then you can go even further. You can look at matching terms, a plethora of video ideas. Again, different types of sales funnels. Sales funnel, AI copywriting. What else do we have here? I'm just going to scroll and show you free funnels of sales. That doesn't make sense, but getting my sales funnels to work. And if you are trying to attract people that want to buy that offer we talked about earlier and how we tweaked it to a specific FG funnel sales, this is what people are searching for. And then finally, the other thing is going to questions, and you can see what questions your target audience is actually searching on YouTube. How to build a landing page, sales page, thank you page, click funnels. How to build a sales funnel for my client, how to create my own sales funnel. Again, we scroll down here, how affiliate sales funnels work, how to test sales, your funnel, click funnels. Like, obviously there's a lot of random stuff in here. This is going to give you a never-ending supply of video ideas.
Remember, all these video ideas that you are coming up with or thinking about should be attracting the right audience. The audience that is going to want to buy your online course. The audience that is having the problems that your online course solves. Now, after phase 2, I'm hoping you have at least 10 video ideas to get started with your YouTube content strategy. Let me know in the comments, did you get 10 or more video ideas already from this video? Type yes down in the comments to let me know that you're actively doing this with me and getting your YouTube content strategy mapped out. Because it's time to move to phase 3 and we are going to kick it up a notch. Since you are focusing on and creating content here on YouTube, we want to make sure YouTube pushes our content out to more people, right? We want to make the algorithm happy. That means we need to be creating bingeable content. Content that our audience is going to watch video after video after video. So what I want you to start to think about is how can you create a series of videos that easily flow one after another, almost like when you sit down to watch Netflix, right? And you get sucked into a series and you end up watching all of Outer Banks in one weekend and hoping the kids make their own lunch. Just me? Anybody else? So let's say you have a list of 10 video ideas because you did this process during this video. Do you have about 4 to 6 ideas that can build on each other? Meaning each one of these video ideas would be super powerful on their own and would definitely stand alone, but they become this binge-worthy series when you put them one after another. Now, before I go into a few examples here, what I want you to hear now is that I'm not talking about like part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, because if somebody finds part 2 on the homepage or in search, they're most likely going to avoid part 2 because they didn't watch part 1. And you want each of these videos in your series to be great to stand alone to start the series, but you want to put a group of them together that people will want to keep watching more of your content after watching one video than the next one. So when it comes to this series idea, if you do any type of pre-launch content, it's basically thinking about your YouTube videos in pre-launch content series. So that very first video that you should have in a playlist that's going to kick off this binge-worthy session is what's the very first thing people need to know about your niche before they move on. The concept here is that they may not know they have a problem. Okay, so this first video should make them aware of this problem that they didn't even know that they have. And I'm going to go into a few examples here in a moment, but I want you to start to think about what is basically the prerequisite people need to hear before moving on to your next video. So earlier this year, I did an entire series on digital products. The first video that I did is why you need digital products in your business. I talk about why it is so important if you want to get reoccurring revenue and you want to get to consistent 10K months, that you need to have some type of digital offer or digital course. Now, my audience may not have even realized what a digital product could do for them. So this video is introducing a new problem for them. All right. They didn't know they need a digital course. Maybe they're a coach. Maybe they are an agency. Maybe they're a one-on-one service provider. And they're trying to figure out how to get to consistent 10K months doing that. But what I introduce is actually, it's going to be really hard to get to that number by just basically trading time for money. What you need is a way to create evergreen sales so that you're not having to take on more and more clients to get to this number because you don't have more and more time to give. So now they're aware of a problem. They need a digital product. So the next video I followed up solved that particular problem. 7 digital product ideas, right? They're thinking, I need a digital product. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't have any ideas for a digital product. And then I dropped the video that gives them 7 successful ones right off the bat. So they now aware that they need a digital product in their business. They're now aware of 7 ideas. What is the next video that they may be interested in watching? So the third video that I created in this series was mistakes to avoid when creating a digital product. Everybody wants to make sure they're not making a mistake when they do something. And so this keeps them watching. If they find that first video, they now have watched that second video. They're now enticed to watch the third one because they don't want to make a mistake if they're going through this digital product creation process. All right, now what's the next step after mistakes? They've got to actually make this digital product, right? So I did a video, how to create a digital product. And then I did a video on how to sell a digital product. And then the icing on the cake, basically the capstone for the entire series was watch me build a funnel for your digital product. All right. So they basically got this whole series of videos that they could have found on video 1 and watched the entire thing. And they're inspired. They're intrigued. They're like, wow, I got a lot of great information from this person. They've built a lot of trust with me, okay? So what I actually do throughout this entire series is I'm dropping calls to action to buy my online course, to buy the software that I use to do this, FG Funnels, because I'm an affiliate. And when people sign up with my link, I make money there. And I'm also talking about if you want one-on-one feedback or you want me to help you build your digital product or your digital funnel, you can work with me one-on-one in my coaching program. Just apply and we'll be in touch to see if we're a right fit. So while I'm building this trust and while I'm providing immense value, I am creating that relationship and trust with them through this series of videos so that they're more likely to take that paying step with me. I'm still serving my business. I'm still talking about my business and ensuring I have calls to action to make money as well. But I'm also making YouTube happy as well, because if I can get people to binge multiple videos, YouTube's going to be more likely to push those videos to even more of my perfect people that are going to be more likely to binge those videos. When you're thinking about a YouTube content strategy that is going to sell more of your online course, you need to be crystal clear on who your target audience is. You need to know the exact content that your audience is searching for on YouTube, and you need to create bingeable content that, without a doubt, after watching multiple videos of yours, that you are the person they want to buy a course from. If you want one-on-one help building your YouTube content strategy to ensure your content is always driving the right leads to your business, who are ultimately going to buy your online course, you can apply to my coaching program in the link below this video in the description box. And I can help you map out your YouTube content strategy together. If you aren't quite sure YouTube is the right place for you yet, or where you should be investing your time, watch this video that's on your screen right now where I'm sharing the 4 reasons why YouTube will completely change the way you do business and handle your content strategy from here on out. I dare you to watch this video and not decide to do YouTube.